presidents and then there's super presidents.
Yes.
And listen, it's just important that we realize that probably our president is not at the president level.
Okay.
Because there's a conference that is happening right now in the United States of America. It's called Unga, United Nations General Assembly.
Anyway, go on. Go on.
But anyway, so Unga is happening right now in the United States of America, and of course all the leaders have gathered all together to try and talk about global issues. Yeah. And of course, it being in the United States, it means that President Donald Trump is going to show up.
Yes.
So we saw videos of our president being the most humble guy. Watu wanasema hivyo kwenye social media. Si mimi. Hiyo ni watu wake wanasema hivyo.
Okay.
Ati anatembea kwa streets. Unajua anatembea. I don't think anatembea kwa sababu anataka. I think ni juu ni kunoma huko.
Ni noma.
And this is because yesterday, after the closing of the session,
yes,
President of France, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, one of the G20 presidents.
Yes.
Those are the G20, great 20 nations in this country, in this world, was stopped in traffic and stood in traffic for over 40 minutes.
40?
Waiting for President Donald Trump to exit the premise. They stopped every vehicle, every other president for 40 minutes. It was so serious, Macron got out of his car and went to talk to the cops himself. Ati boss, Kora akamwambia, Mr. President, I am so sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
What?
Akambia the president of France, there's nothing I can do. Macron akajam, akacall Trump, akamweka loudspeaker. Trump akamwambia, "Iza man, niko karibu kutoka." Si ati ufunguliwe, niko karibu kutoka.
Iza. What?
Imagine.
Hiyo ni crazy sana cause
it's wild.
40 minutes unajua ni msana toka kamati sakienda tao 8 am in the morning.
What do you mean 40 minutes ni wapi? Laser Hill, Rongai.
Rongai, unaenda tao asubuhi.
Unangoja, wewe ni president, anangoja president mwingine.
Lakini unajua nini? Heri hiyo. Mimi nakumbuka maprezo wetu wa Afrika wakiweko kwa basi moja.
Rosa.
Hiyo ndo nilisema nayo, wachana tu nayo hiyo.
Kule ni kupoa affairs ya mazishi. Sio mazishi ya queen.
Wakiweko kwa basi moja wote maprezo. Mimi vitu nikasirisha tu, acha na niwache.
They're not like us.
I'm sorry, I'm the president. I'm really sorry. Just that everything's in frozen right now. There's a motorcade coming right now. I'm sorry.
If you don't see it, let me cross. How are you? Guess what? I'm waiting in the street because everything is frozen for you. That's which street?
No, you don't want to be on the picture?
I think I'll start there.
Put yourself on the picture. Put yourself on the picture because the president doesn't have so much time.
Non, c'est bon, les gars.
Look at me. Voilà.
Thank you. Take care.
There is just a cartel somewhere that prefers Kenya importing rather than manufacturing. The only way for Africa to be saved, Africa must manufacture. We should focus on exports. Exports should be more in a nation more than import. Why do you think China is the way it is? It's export. Russia is the way it is because of export. America is the way it is because of export. America controls approximately 26-27% of the GDP of the world. China controls 21-22%. It means China and America, they are 50% over. Why won't a rich man speak from somewhere that we can reduce the population in Africa? Because according to the GDP of the world, Africa is not needed. Let me explain to you. If Africa is removed in terms of the GDP, forget the mines, forget the minerals and everything. We are not needed because even the minerals we mine, we sell them for nothing. I mean, there is a nation that mines a mineral, a foreign nation buys the mineral for $0.68, and then the same mineral is $200 in the market. So what have you done to a nation? The minerals in Africa alone are enough to take Africa out of any problem. Africa is the richest continent, but they don't want that. Because the minute you become aware, you begin to sell your minerals for the right amount of money, the people begin to lose market. iPhone needs a certain product to build iPhone. That product is mined in Congo in the largest number. And then that product is taken out of Congo for the least amount of money. Then they bring the same iPhones and have the guts to sell those iPhones at $2,000. Does it even make sense? Why would you export that product abroad? You negotiate for better opportunities. What? If you want this product, we will not sell it to you. This is what we prefer. We would cut the taxes for you, bring your company and produce this product here. That's how you negotiate for the people. What is so hard for African presidents to think like that? You negotiate for your people. You reduce the tax on any foreign investor that is coming with a company that can employ approximately 1,000 people. So if you have 100 companies and they have brought 1,000 people, they are coming to employ 1,000 people. What have you done? Do you need to do what we saw the Minister of Foreign Affairs doing? Is it Ministry of Foreign Affairs? Saying that we are taking over 250,000 people. Where are you taking them? When you can retain manpower in Kenya. The best nurses we have in the world, part of them are from Kenya, in case you don't know. Many of them are working abroad. If you build more level standard of referral hospitals in Kenya, you are able to return those nurses back home. And you keep your labor within your people. So we have so many intelligent people that are going outside. The Kenyan government thinks that by taking people outside, you are creating jobs. You can come up and say, any company that can employ 1,000 people, we will give you, we have government land. We will lease this land for you. You will not need to pay. So government land has been taken away. Taxation, there is no taxation. Then you begin, those 1,000 people, you begin to tax them little by little. That's how you make money for a nation. A nation is importing toothpick. Toothpick is because there is a cartel somewhere that eats on import. Things that are not even necessary for you to import. Why can't we create more export? And if you create more export for a nation, you reserve more jobs. That's how you create jobs, not to take people to Germany. Just balance, reduce your import. You will create more jobs by reducing import. Reduce import of things. Now imagine sugar company. Where are we importing sugar? When Kenya has one of the best sugar canes globally. Where are we importing sugar? But it's because there is a cartel somewhere. We can create jobs just by thinking on export. Believe me, 70% of the jobs that we need to create, we can create them by beginning to think of export. Exporting rice, exporting sugar, exporting minerals. If you come to the mineral structure, I'm not going to speak about that today. It's going to be a story for another day. Most of those companies needs to be revoked. It is very easy to build county. The government will reduce the amount of money it sends to counties. If you can just reduce corruption, kill corruption of minerals in those counties. If you go to Kwale County, I checked how many minerals are in Kwale County. You know, some of you argue ignorantly. Oh, there are no minerals in Kenya. Who told you there are no minerals? Only, they want you to think like that. That's how they want you to reason. And we buy into the whole system. If you just go to Kwale County, go to Lamu, go to these places, go to Turkana, look at the amount of oil that you can mine there. Then you say that 50% of what is mined here remains with us here. Only 20% goes with the manufacturer that has brought his things, or rather the person that is mining. 30% will go to the national government. Just imagine, the government will reduce the amount of money it is sending to the county. That means they will have more money to deal with more infrastructure and build the economy. Just by killing corruption in the mineral sector. May the Lord just help us. Cartels in every sector. The people running this nation will even wonder. This is why Kenyans, I will tell you, make it cheap to make a person a leader. Because the main cartels begin to give these people money. When he comes into power, or they come into power, what do you think? What makes you think they are thinking about you? They must do what you call return on investment. Because some of them, drug leaders are giving them money. Barons, wicked people are giving them money. Who do you think you are for them to think about you? They will begin to take the first 4 years to think. Now imagine the amount of time this government has wasted fighting each other.
If you're going to expel a bad leader, what you need to do is expel them completely from the system, or else, like a cancer, they will come back. These guys voted out Trump after one term, and then they forgot that the very system that allowed him to become president was still present within their society. And when he ran for the third time, he came back with a unanimous victory, and now they're experiencing one hell of a shit show. So the same thing happens with William Ruto. at some point, yes, maybe he is going to become a one-term president. But then we will forget the fact that the very forces that allowed him to win by a narrow margin could very easily grow and end up making him a much more popular candidate when he comes back. So Kenyans, we have to understand that our leaders come from us. They are not people that are alien to us or foreign to us. They are part of our systems. William Ruto is actually a spiritual crisis for Kenya. And unless we expel those demons completely from our system, even if we vote him out once, he is going to come back, and probably is going to come back a lot stronger than what we saw before.
Hi Kenyans, mi sina maneno mingi. All I want to say is Ruto must go, like yesterday. Bye.
Ati black chocolate ni fine melanin bana toka nikapate. Kanapenda kenye mi wanapenda, so kanapenda toto chupa na haga nono.
Madam na kudai umedunga mini na unapenda mangwai, una dance fit unawacha nikismile, ama niko high jua life ime nice.
Kono moja mbele ngine yende rembe, pile up yoni
enyewe Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. Wash fire, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go.